Midnight Patriots Nation. Welcome to the latest episode of Midnight Bites. Tonight's episode couldn't possibly have been political, right? From Yahoo News, July 8, 2021. The headline, Lightfoot asks Biden for help amid crime wave after dismissing Trump's offer. Midnight Patriots Nation, for the sake of time and my own sanity, I am going to strictly summarize and respond to this article, because it is, quite simply, infuriating. In summary, Mayor Lightfoot requested that the Biden administration provide the exact same level of federal assistance that President Trump offered to her and other major cities just under a year ago, when Chicago, New York, Portland, Seattle, Minneapolis, and more were being vandalized and burned to the ground. You know, during all those mostly peaceful protests. Of course, her request was framed and gift-wrapped with all the usual talking points and virtue signaling, in tribute to her fellow lunatic liberal occupying the Oval Office. Gun violence, do your part, national crisis, federal assistance, and so on. It's worth noting that Lightfoot didn't just reject Trump's offer, she flat-out refused, publicly, and her city has paid the price ever since. She took to Twitter July 21, 2020 and said, quote, "Under no circumstances will I allow Donald Trump's troops to come to Chicago and terrorize our residents," end quote. Obviously, it's perfectly okay for Joe Biden's troops to come in and terrorize her city. Now they have an invitation to do so. I wonder if she is even smart enough to realize that, unlike her own police force, the same agents from the FBI, DOJ, DEA, ATF, Border Patrol and ICE that were working a year ago, are largely the same ones she's going to get now. Those are the troops Trump offered to send, along with federalizing, activating and placing at her command the National Guard. If you're like me, you have two major questions at this point. First, why did she have to ask? Second, why is she willing to now and not last year? There is a very simple, yet very dark, answer. She allowed her city to burn and her residents die for politics. To meet the political agenda of getting Trump out of office. If you don't think so, I offer the following. President Trump began offering assistance as soon as the riots had lasted several days, almost completely unabated. If memory serves, that was about mid-June 2020. He made a point to say, "All you have to do is ask." Which I will translate for any liberals listening: call me and give me the green light. It was about the time that President Trump, at rallies and interviews, was making a talking point about the riots in blue states and cities as a preview of Biden's America. The MSM narrative became, well, this is happening now in Trump's America. Then Biden started talking about his plan to unify and bring both sides together. Never revealing the how, only the what. A pattern almost immediately emerged of deep blue mayors and governors, whose cities were burning to the ground, police and residents assaulted, district attorneys refusing to prosecute, and releasing rioters back onto the streets, and leftists from D.C. to Hollywood, including VP Harris, cheering on the rioters and even raising bail money. Figured it out yet? The narrative was created that this was, quote, all Trump's fault and Biden was the only one that could stop it. Why else? Why else would you wait? Why else would you request the exact same thing from Joe Biden? They had the means at their disposal. With a phone call, to get the help their cops and residents needed to restore order. Not one of them took it. There is no other reason. Further, that's notwithstanding, it clearly worked and got Biden elected. And now, just like with the coup, we find out the only plan there ever was to get Biden elected, reveal he had no plan, and take credit for Trump's work. That's it for this episode of Midnight Bites. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Until next time, remember, the Constitution is not just a suggestion.